Welcome back to the workshop. We are going to be finishing assembling the chassis in this episode and then getting to the shocks. So we've gotten to that point. We need to get the servo installed. We need to get the chassis plate done, but we need to get the body post on first and then drilled with a 1mm drill all the way through. I want to check those pins, the body pins. They look bigger than 1mm, so I need to check that as well. And then we attach it and then start building the shocks. When we get done with that, with the shocks, do a little bit of disassembly to remove this back piece in order to get that screw in. But it looks like I can get that screw in without removing the back piece. So we're going to try that first because I don't want to disassemble it if I don't have to. Alright, get started. Let's start on the body. Well, let's install the servo and then we'll do the body post. Servo is 2 by 4mm, and that's going into metal. So those are going to be the fine threaded bolts or fine threaded screws. Here's the servo that I'm using. It is an ES9051. There'll be a link to this in the description down below. I've already moved my mounting holes a little bit to get that to fit in there. That's an easy thing to do. You just loosen the screws, move them to where you want it to go, and you're done. These little plastic ears on the servo are probably smaller or thinner than the other ones, so washers will help. There are a bunch of washers in the kit, but I know these washers right here fit. So that's why I'm going to use those. 2 washers. There we go. That's more better. These screws in tight. Alright. That is done. I got the screw out. And got to put in this guy. Now, does this matter which way it goes? Doesn't look like it matters one iota. So we will not worry one iota about it. This one goes here, I believe. Yep. And this goes here. Okay. What those silver screws are for? We'll find out later. Alright, does this fit in here? No. How big is this? .2 mil. So a 1mm drill bit isn't going to be enough. 1.24. Alright, let's try the 1.24mm. And get my pin vise. It's hitting the screw. Loosen the screw up and see if it goes in. It's hitting the screw. Need a washer. See if they're shorter. They are shorter. So let's try those. If I need these somewhere else, I know where it is. Does it work now? There we go. And big enough for this now? Yes. Okay, so a 1.25 drill, not a 1mm drill. Alright. I'll get this screwed on. And I'm going to do this one first. the top deck on, as they call it. Nice. Or metal. Those were going into metal, so those were fine thread. These are going into plastic, so those are the coarse thread, and those are 6 mil. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to see if these fit in here. And they don't fit very well, so I'm going to go ahead and drill those out too. Okay. That's better. Good. Good, good, good. Alright, now what about that guy? Okay. Perfect. Alright. That's done. Now it is time for shocks. When you assemble shocks, you have to get oil going in there, and I'm going to be using 20 weight oil. And these pistons have threads on the bottom. See that? Right there? That's a thread. That thread goes through the O-ring. So you need to make sure you lubricate it up quite well so that you don't score the O-ring with the thread on the shock. It's the same with all RC cars when you assemble shocks. Make sure you don't score the O-rings with the threads. You don't push them, you put them through nicely. Okay, so everything looks fairly straightforward. It's kind of an interesting shock design. It's different than other shocks that I have built in the past. So we'll go through and I will show you the best version of the 4 that I put together. Alright, these are little baby O-rings. Let's measure these so that we have the size in case we need to order more. The inside diameter is going to be 2 millimeters, and the outside diameter is going to be probably 3.5 millimeters. Yeah, 3.5 millimeter outside diameter on the O-rings. So we'll have the shaft and the piston. Now the piston has a little nubbin on the end there. It's kind of probably difficult to see in the camera. I will zoom in. See that little nubbin on the end there? That needs to come off. Okay. Alright. So we will need that. We'll need the end, or the, what is this called? This is the piston. This is the E-clip, or Jesus clip, because when you take one off, they fly across the room, and you go, Jesus, where did that go? Well, that's that. And then we have the two O-rings. And we have this thing. And then this thing. And then this thing. Get these out of the way. And then the spring. This is a long one, so it's a long spring. The bottom thing. Oh, and we got this thing right here that goes on for the spring, we'll say. I think that's going to actually go on like this. Okay. So the question I have is, will this fit through here? No, it does not. Okay. Because that didn't fit through there, I'm going to put these on first. These are the collars to adjust the ride height. Alright, next step is I want to assemble the shaft. So we will put, let's look at that. No, I don't think there's any difference which way they go. Put that in here like so. Maybe. Does not want to go on there. Okay. So, this is 2 mil. We will get out our trusty metric drills. I have a 2mm drill right here. Those drill bits were expensive, but by golly, they are handy. Alright, will you go on now? Yes, you will. Okay. Clip. Do this clip. Right by hand first. So we get her started. Well, that didn't work. Okay, well, I broke one of those. I hope there's extras. Doesn't look like it. I have some of these from Harbor Freight. I don't know if they're small enough. If this doesn't work, I'm just going to glue it in, because this is just made to hold it in. There we go. Alright, cross your fingers. Maybe. Maybe. How lucky is that? Whew! Alright. Harbor Freight to the rescue. Okay. So, now I got that done. I want to put on my gloves because it's oil time. Alright. So, I need to get some oil on here. There we go. That. And we do what? We put, okay, so it goes in this thing so that it goes like this. And then 2 O-rings. One here. Okay. And then add more oil. And I want you to put that into here. And then screw it in a little bit. And then, once that's in far enough, I can get most of it all the way. Now I use these. Okay, I'm going to go with that method because I don't want to risk putting the threads through the O-rings again. And I don't think, yeah, I got it level with it. So yeah, I got it level, so I'm good. Inside here, you can see the thread goes down and stops. I'm going to get the oil to stop just below where that thread stops. 2, 3, 5 drops. And this goes here like this. And I am suspect that these are going to leak like a sieve because right here in this area is where I think they're going to leak. See how it just oozes out right there? Very suspect of this design. There should be like another O-ring or something. But there isn't. So it is what it is, right? Let me put the spring on. And I'm going to use these needle nose pliers right here that are smooth on the inside so that they don't harm the shaft. Okay. I should have used... Could I have used these? No. Because this 2 mil and that goes down to 3. Could have maybe got it in that top spot. I'll try it on the next one. Because these are aluminum. Alright, there's the first shock. Okay. 4 shocks done. And that, okay, now we put this M2x6 in the back. Oh, we attached the shocks and the M2x6. So, what we're going to do first, though, is clean up. So I will see you after I clean up. Alright, I cleaned up all the oil. That is a good thing to do after working on shocks. You don't want to get oil in your file. That really makes a mess, and it makes a mess everywhere else. Okay, so now we're going to put the shocks on to the front and the back. We need a .6, which I think is this one. Yes, 6 mil. So that's that. We need 2 of those. We're going to put the back shocks on first. We're going to put the back shocks on first. And that 2.6 goes into plastic, so it's coarse thread. It'll go into here. And it doesn't say which hole it goes into, so we're going to put it on the outermost hole to start. So we will start by putting them on top first. And here. So, since it doesn't fit into that, I'm going to put it the other way around. Because I like to do it the other way around. You can see here that it doesn't fit inside. this goes in snug and then backed off a little bit. Yep. I'm not too worried about it being stiff like that at the start, because it does come down by itself, because I think it's going to wear in over time. And if it doesn't, I know what to do. I know how to fix it because I'm putting it together. That's what's nice about kits, is you learn how to fix these things. That spring needs a little bit more attention on there. But that will work. And it will. It will over time. I'm not worried. Okay, let's get the front ones on. It's pretty cool. Okay, and then there is 2.6. And this is an easy hole to find because there's only one. Okay, and then they want a 2x6, and that is going into the gear cover. So does that wants to, I want that to be a plastic headed screw. We're going to use a coarse thread on there. Now they say to take this all apart to get this in here. Let's see if we have to. No, we do not. Good. It's good that we don't have to take it all apart to get it in there, because that would have been a pain in the ass. Yeah, that would have been. Alright, so that's done. Hey, now it goes to the wheels, to put the wheels on. I'm not going to do the wheels yet because I need to get this neon yellow Tamiya paint to paint the wheels first, and then I'll put the wheels on. So that'll be done. So once I get the wheels on, I've got a rolling chassis. Look out! All that's left now is the body and the electronics. Piece of cake. Alright, since that's all that's left, I'm going to take these screws out, which were too long, and I'm going to replace them with shorter ones because I dry fitted the motor earlier and it didn't fit. And those will be the ones I'll use on the back. Alright, there is our rolling chassis minus the roll. So next is paint. I'm going to go get some paint and I'll probably get it for this weekend, and we'll spray paint the body. And then we'll cut the stickers out on the vinyl cutter and we'll attach the stickers. And then we'll have the body done. We'll have the wheels done. The electronics should be here by the weekend. I'll be ready to go. I've got the motor. I went with the rocket motor. The rocket brushless motor. It's a little baby motor. Look at that little thing. And that fits in there just hunky and dory. It fits right in there like that. Like that. This thing is going to scream. This is 3500 kV. I didn't want to go real fast. And it has the ESC with it in the kit. I'll put a link to that below. And I got the Noble NB4 Plus radio. And I have the receiver coming for that. So we'll be ready to go. So, of all of the parts on this kit that I am missing, and I have to go and clean up my workbench to see if I can find it, I need another ball head like that. Because I don't... Oh wait, no I do not. We're good. They gave me just enough because I already have it on there. See that? Yes, we're good. All right, we'll see you next time when we paint the body.